love great music.
Good morning, viewers. Today is the day 4 of Achievers Platform reality show, season 7, AP7. Of course, as usual, we had our activities today, the routines today. As such, to you, our humble fans and viewers, it's necessary for you to get acquainted with our activities, and as such, you get to know what took place in the day 4. It all started with early morning rising by 5:30, after which we had the cleanup. From the cleanup, we proceeded to the Holy Mass, and from the Holy Mass, the housemates had their morning devotion. Then from the morning devotion, they had their breakfast, which of course is very important. Their breakfast is important to them. From the breakfast, they proceeded to the conference, as usual. And the conference is always a very important and interesting part of the house activities. Now, in today's conference, we had the opportunity of sharing with the housemates a very important part of our coordinator. Our coordinator is also a very good writer, a prolific writer, so to say, and he has published to his credit some books. So one of the books, called My Inspired Thoughts, was studied by the housemates in the conference, and it was actually a very interesting part of it. They got to know about the letters, series of letters our coordinators are writing to the youth, which of course are on social medias as well too. So they studied it, and they were inspired by the letters to encourage the youths of this generation.
St. Dominic Savio. St. Dominic Savio. You will see that on page what? 35, right? Yeah. Is it 30? 35. So that have not changed. See? Page 35. Chapter 5. St. Dominic Savio. St. Dominic Savio. Let's look at that first as a way to begin the day. In our sojourn here on earth and legacy will never be forgotten. St. Dominic Savio's story and life was written by St. John Bosco, the testimony of family and friends. St. Dominic Savio was born April 2, 1842, in the village of Riva, in the province of Piedmont, southern Italy, to the family of Charles and Bridget Savio, and he was the second of the 11 children. Dominic received First Holy Communion at the age of 7. Dominic arrived at Don Bosco's oratory of St. Francis de Sales in early October 1854. He died on 9th March 1857. Declared venerable in 1933 by Pope Pius XI, beatified in 1950 by Pope Pius XII, and declared saint in 1954. He was described as small in size, but a towering giant in spirit by Pope Pius XI. St. Dominic made 4 resolutions before his First Holy Communion that greatly guide his life and activities, which are: I will go to confession and communion as often as my confessor will allow. That's what we are talking about just now. I will go to confession as often as possible as my confessor will what? Who is the confessor? The confessor? The priest you are confessing to. Be challenged to all of us. How many of us will share our understanding, knowledge of God, awareness of God, or a new discovery of God with our friends? Many of us are not bold to do that. In fact, it's very difficult for us to share anything with our friends that have to do with spiritual things. We're very eager to share a lot of, anything, anyhow, with our friends. So Sherry Sandberg says, leadership is about making others better as a result of your presence and making sure that the impact lasts in your absence. That's the best leadership description I ever read. Really. It's real about leadership. That's leadership, really. You know that we always say, leadership without successor is actually a failure. Yeah, it's actually a failure. And when you look at this definition of it, leadership is about making others what? Better as a result of your presence and making sure that the impact lasts in your what? Absence. That whatever legacy you have is still continuing after you have left the place. Which means, as a leader, you are building institution, not building human beings. You are not building yourself. You are not selfish about it, but you are creating an institution in the leadership.
So it was one of the important activities that took place in the conference that morning. Yes, they also studied about a saint called Saint Dominic Savio. You know, the church is blessed with lots of saints, living and the dead. But of course, we dwell more on the dead saint and that have been canonized. So they studied about Saint Dominic Savio, and they were all happy to know or to have encountered the person of Saint Dominic Savio. And after the conference, they proceeded for a break. They had a stress-free day yesterday. It was tax-free. Their expectations were high that they were going to see or partake in some rigorous tax. But of course, in Achievers Platform or in Inspired Network, you can't preempt the organizers of Achievers Platform. As such, they had a tax-free day yesterday. So they went for their break. From the break, they had their lunch. Then after the lunch, they also have this very important hour called the meditation and chapel hour, which starts from 3:30, where they go into the chapel to adore Jesus and to have a quiet moment, to have a rethink, to have good reflection about themselves, their spiritual life, and the activities that is taking place to form and groom them to be better persons for tomorrow. Now, after that activities, they had their call time. Yesterday was funny. You need to see how some of them were trying to beat up with the 2 minutes call time they had. They are given the opportunity of making calls for 2 minutes, which of course they use that to mobilize for votes on our social media, on our Facebook and handle. On our Facebook, to be precise, they use that to gain support and also ask their loved ones to help them to mobilize for votes. So yesterday, after their calls, they had a fun time where they were all singing, gyrating, freestyling, so to say. So they had a fun time yesterday. And after the conference, after the calls they went and had a shower to prepare for the conference. And they got to the conference hall. And in the conference, they were also expecting that they are going to have a tax, so they were very much ready. Like I said earlier, you can't preempt us in Inspired Network. It was a tax-free day, and we had our own activities in mind, which was prepared for them. So they were asked to share their various experiences about Camp Inspire to us so far in the conference, and they were given the opportunity to air their mind and also talk about those who they have a crush on in the house. Of course, when you gather young men and women, they are bound to have crush on each other, and they are thoughts about each other should also come in.
That wowed me in this place is Frances. Like, whenever you bring up something, she's always there to represent.
My first crush goes to Cynthia.
We were also given the opportunity to talk about the team that is organizing this program, who they admire most. So we're given opportunities to express their mind and share their experiences about the activities taught so far in the house. They were also expected to have a feedback from the team about their behavior. That we did not exclude. We had a series of reports of the housemates being careless with the items of the house, which of course they were strictly warned about that. And of course, whoever was being or is being caught could be used as a scapegoat for such deterrent behavior. So it was not just far-fetched from what we know how to do best. They don't preempt us and they don't know when we come for them. So that was basically what happened or took place in the period of the 4th day of Achievers Platform Reality Show Season 7. Thank you.
I love green music.